Democracy depends on a free press. Please support our independent journalism at democracynow.org/give.
President Trump has signed a new travel ban barring citizens of 12 countries from entering the United States. A similar ban during Trump's first administration sparked major protests at U.S. airports and numerous lawsuits. The impacted countries are Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen, and the Republic of Congo, which is also known as Congo-Brazzaville, not to be confused with the Democratic Republic of the Congo. New travel restrictions will also be placed on visitors from Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. Trump linked the new travel ban to the recent attack in Boulder, Colorado, when an Egyptian-born man used a makeshift flamethrower and incendiary devices to attack a crowd of people taking part in a weekly walk to honor Israeli hostages in Gaza. Trump, however, did not add Egypt to the list. On Wednesday night, the White House released a video of Trump speaking about the ban.
Very simply, we cannot have open migration from any country where we cannot safely and reliably vet and screen those who seek to enter the United States. That is why today I am signing a new executive order placing travel restrictions on countries including Yemen, Somalia, Haiti, Libya, and numerous others.
For more, we're joined by Baher Azmy. He's legal director for the Center for Constitutional Rights, which challenged the first Trump travel ban, along with other groups. Welcome back to Democracy Now!, Baher. Explain the significance of what President Trump did last night.
It's significant on its own, but more so in a continuum with a series of, sort of showcasing almost day by day or week by week, some new immigration policy that, effectuates their sort of evangelical white supremacist fantasy about this country. So there's, this shipping people to Guantanamo, that former security theater, then Seacoast, then coming after Palestinian students, then attacking, descending ICE onto schools and courthouses, and now a new iteration of a Muslim travel ban that is going to be devastating to families from these countries who seek immigration visas, or in some cases even tourist visas. And regrettably, the lesson from the last time is that the Supreme Court seems amenable to these claims. The Supreme Court, and really almost only this Supreme Court, seems amenable to claims of the executive that he has enormous immigration-based authority to, quote, secure the borders or, quote, determine what's detrimental to the United States by excluding people of color.
And so, Baher, can you explain, you mentioned the Supreme Court. There was a 2018 decision which people say, legal experts have said, will make this travel ban harder to challenge than the 2017 one.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's right. So the people will remember the chaos from the first travel ban. It was very, very particularly tied to Muslim majority countries and the chaos it caused in the airports. And virtually all the lower courts determined what was very obvious to any human being, which is this was discriminatory. It's discriminatory on the basis of religion and national origin, namely excluding Muslims alone, and therefore should violate the Constitution. John Roberts, as he is wont to do, pretends that what's plain to every sentient human being is not actually the case, finds that it wasn't really driven by racial or religious animus, and then invoke the massive authority that this Supreme Court has given the president to, under provisions of the Immigration Nationality Act, to exclude, quote, aliens, exclude non-citizens, even when it seems very patently on the basis of race or religion.
And so, Baher, can you explain, this particular ban includes exemptions for visa holders and permanent residents. That's unlike the first ban. Do you know why this exemption was put in?
Yeah, this is a little bit less legally a little bit less obviously unconstitutional than the first ban, and includes more countries that are not Muslim majority. It permits claims for asylum, exempts lawful permanent residents. And I think it's just an effort to make it a little bit more tailored legally. They perhaps have learned their lesson that they can achieve the shock value and the inflicting trauma on parents and families by doing it in a more tailored way that the Supreme Court would ratify.
Democracy Now! Is funded by viewers like you. Please give today at democracynow.org/give.